Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome, Chris back with another fragrance review, and this time we are looking at a very traditional, good old British house, and this is hence the environment, good old classy bathrobe that I own for 25 years, the quite intimate yet very simple bathroom that I'm in, and the slightly more sophisticated than usual English accent that I may put on for this particular review, if you may. Now, when did the first cloud cover the sun of this great happiness? As good old Jeremy Brett used to say as Sherlock Holmes in the great BBC series. I'm a huge fan of Jeremy Brett, I must say, and this was a quote of one of the episodes of Sherlock Holmes. And the reason I mention it is that the fragrance that I'm going to be reviewing is a very traditional English aromatic citrus barbershop fragrance that originally has been introduced to the market by Yardley. Yardley are a great UK or British company that has been around since the I think the late 1800s, so we're talking about many decades and even centuries, and they have had and still have some great fragrances in their lineup. One of them that has been released in 1989, I think it was in 1989, and it's called English Blazer. Now, how can it get more English than that? Half of the Union Jack here and the other half over there. Heavy glass, golden cap, it's plastic, and this great heavy glass bottle with this type of descending blue color, and the name, obviously it's English Blazer, the original as it's called now. As I say, it has been released by Yardley in 1989, and I first used it in 2004. It has still been made by Yardley at the time. Now it's made by Parfums Bleu, Parfums Bleu. That is a company that is registered in Maidenhead, England, so I think it's an English company, very much, despite Fragrantica saying it's located in Australia. It's an Australian company, I'm not sure about that. It's the same company that has taken over or has maintained or has kept alive a Blue Stratos as well, a release from Yardley again from 1976. So I think Parfums Bleu are very much aware that there is a market for great traditional, good old barbershop fragrances. Now, while Blue Stratos is more sweet and powdery, English Blazer is very much English. Citrus, barbershop, aromatic, marine, classy, traditional, fantastic. Great bottle. It really owns the bathroom, especially with the bottle as well. Really owns the bathroom. The smell owns the environment. It's not pushy, but it has a very good performance overall. It really gives you the typical high-end, clean-cut, clean-shaven, out of the bathroom type of feeling. This is why I'm here today with this weird bathrobe that I own for 25 years in this simple little bathroom, because this is where this fragrance belongs. And at the time, when Yardley was starting and continuing its business and doing its business, fragrances were meant to be part of the daily ritual for gentlemen to, for the shaving and for them to be getting ready for the day, freshen up and then start the day. And this is very much what barbershop fragrances are all about, and what English Blazer is all about. It really energizes you due to the citrus aromatic freshness, and then due to a quite good longevity of about 4 or 5 hours, especially if you tend to over apply a little bit, it really is your partner in a very nice, even fougere aromatic way. So it very much belongs to this environment, which is quite intimate, where the gentleman would get ready to start their day and then get dressed and then continue their journey into the day and their business, minding their business, and obviously projecting a nice, intelligently projecting smell or aura that was, was getting them noticed, and it was very much appreciated by their environment. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be a tremendous compliment getter, because it's a very old-fashioned fragrance. It has all those details that you would call old school, but there's many people who like that, and the name itself, English Baser, is actually very heavy. It's very traditional and very much referring to the fragrances that maybe the royals would have worn. Now, the interesting stuff about this fragrance, and it's quite a weird thing that this is a traditional English fragrance that's supposed to be smelling and is smelling of luxurious English old school sophistication, yet is very cheap. So I think this fragrance rules the bathroom shelves of the everyday folk in the UK. It's nothing high-end about this fragrance at all at this stage. If you want to talk about high-end barbershop aromatic royal type of fragrances, you're talking about Penhaligon or Creed, which I'm sure that Prince Harry and Prince William and even Charlie Boy have on their shelves. This is not the one. This is for the ordinary folk that would like to carry on the traditional English way of smelling, sophisticated, good, and it totally does a job for very low cost, and that is one of the greatest benefits of this fragrance, that is still alive after all these years, being kept alive by Parfums Bleu, taken over by Yardley, and it does not belong to that high-end category like Penhaligon's, Creed. There's some more like that. For example, Richard James, Savile Row. That is a designer fragrance that keeps the English tradition alive as well in a very sophisticated and nice manner. That is more the designer level. This is the mass market level. So if Creed and Penhaligon is the niche, Richard James is the designer level in terms of pricing mostly, and then mass market, English Blazer. And I think they do a tremendous job. I love mass market, well done mass market fragrances. Both Blue Citrus and English Blazer. So if you are looking for a great, sophisticated, citrus aromatic, marine, old school, barbershop, English type of gentleman's fragrance that is part of your everyday routine in your bathroom, look no further, guys. And the Parfums Bleu version did not change, I think, almost anything in regards to, or in comparison to the Yardley version. So don't be put off by the fact that it's not being made by Yardley anymore, because the presentation is great, fragrance is great, performance is very good, but you're happy to reapply. Although this bottle is kind of difficult to carry into your workplace. But if you apply 8 to 10 sprays in the morning, you'll be fine, mostly underneath the shirt, and you'll be fine, and you'll maybe even getting compliments from the older crowd. In terms of age, well, anyone can wear it. I know many guys that are in their early 20s who like old school fragrances. Go for this. You know, you will never regret getting English Blazer. I totally adore this fragrance. So, just like this, you know. Maybe a nice shade, but I won't shade this one now. Well, I think there's a range of products of English Blazer as well. So, very well done by Parfums Bleu keeping English Blazer alive. And now we'll get back to Blue Stratos because that's another incredible story. So, thanks very much for your attention. That was a fairly simple review coming to you from a simple but very intimate place like your bathroom, where us who appreciate good old English sophistication, although I'm not a great England fan, I must admit, we do start our day here, and we do it with pride, and we do appreciate the uplifting experience that we receive from a mass market English fragrance like English Blazer. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Chris from Sandland. I'll be back with more soon, and take care. Bye bye.